Welcome back to the 90 More podcast. My name is Kossi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Bayern have beaten Viktoria Plzen 5-0. Again, another reason for Bayern Munich for me to be tied to contenders for the UEFA Champions League. There is nothing they should do every single campaign. What they should be thinking about is winning the UEFA Champions League. 5-0. It could have been 6. It could have been 7. It could have been 8. I thought they were absolutely mesmerizing. 65% ball possession. 21 shots on goal for Bayern and 13 on target. They were just cruising through Viktoria Plzen. But there is one thing I wanted to say, and we talked about it here with my producer before we came into the reaction. Clubs like Viktoria Plzen, for me, are not worthy playing in the UEFA Champions League. And I'm so serious. And I understand the criteria under which they come into the championship, winning the league, being champions and all that, and playing the playoffs. They're rightly so here. But in my opinion, they should not be playing in the UEFA Champions League. They just come to waste time. Now it grabs a few dollars for them. It grabs a few euros and pounds into their pockets, and that's why every single season they will try to make it the group stages of the UEFA Champions League. When you qualify, you get some money. But apart from that, I don't feel they come to the Champions League every single season to be embarrassed by Bayern, to be embarrassed by Man United, to be embarrassed by Barcelona, to be embarrassed by all these other clubs. Now, this season, in the group stages, they have conceded 12 goals in 3 games, and they've scored only 1 goal. So literally, for me, I don't see the idea of them coming in the UEFA Champions League. Let them play the UEFA Europa League. Let them play the UEFA Conference League. I think that is a better league. That's a much better competition for them. If you have Viktoria Plzen and then you pull out the likes of Arsenal, the likes of Man United from the Europa League, it becomes fair and square, right? Astana versus Viktoria Plzen. But they just dilute the quality, the standards of UEFA Champions League football. And for me, it's just embarrassing. They come to get embarrassed, and yet again, another very, very poor performance, another unspirited performance. There are 10 shots, there are 10 attempts on goal, 3 on target. But when you look at the quality of the shots, when you look at the quality of the chances they were creating, there was no quality in that game from Viktoria Plzen. They were not even close to scoring for me. I don't think Manuel Neuer made a save in that game. I don't remember. And for me, it's just embarrassing. But let's talk about how good Bayern are. And talk to me in the comment section. Are they your UEFA Champions League winners this campaign? Because for me, they should be. Real Madrid, however much I like them, slowly I'm starting to like them. I'm a Barcelona fan, so I really can't like Real Madrid. But I admire them. I really, really admire their form, their consistency, picking up results with or without Karim Benzema. I don't think they will win it again. I just don't see them winning it again. They can. No one stops Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, so they can. But I don't see them winning it. It's definitely Bayern. It's got to be Bayern, because when you look at PSG, I don't think they are there. They're under a new rebuild. Certainly, it will take them some time. You look at Barcelona; they're no way near. Barcelona are no way near. Bayern. I'm just looking at this kind of group of death. It's not even the group of death. Bayern have just made this a farmers group. They have beaten Inter. They have beaten Barcelona. They have beaten Viktoria Plzen. For me, in Gear 1, they didn't need to get out of Gear 1 to beat all these 3 clubs in the first round. So unless Bayern lose the next 3 games in a row, Bayern have already qualified out of the group. It's between Inter Milan and FC Barcelona. And whoever Bayern gets on the round of 16, it doesn't matter. They will cruise through. They are absolutely magnificent. Jamal Musiala, Sadio Mane, Leroy Sané, all these players, and they're still very young. I mean, I'm just afraid for clubs for clubs in Germany. When you look at the age bracket that Bayern have right now, you look at the kind of football they're playing, you look at the pattern of recruitment they have currently, bringing the likes of Brian Gravenberch, very, very young. It's just pity clubs in Germany. But that's what I'm going to say here. if Bayern make it to the semi-finals, if Bayern make it somehow, make it to the semi-finals, they're winning it. They're winning this year's edition of the UEFA Champions League. Definitely. They're winning it 100%. Because for me, I've not seen a team as good as they are in this UEFA Champions League. And you can even argue with me that they're the best tested side in the group stages right now. They're the most tested. They've taken the real tests in the group stages, which is actually going to help them when they play. And if they played AC Milan on the round of 16, in my opinion, AC Milan are nowhere near the quality of Inter Milan and Barcelona. So literally, they will peruse through. If they play Chelsea on the quarterfinals, they will easily whisker Chelsea away. They get to the semifinals, probably play Madrid. That could be the test. But for me, Bayern, what a performance. What a performance. Leroy Sané, 2 goals. It's not about the number of goals. It's about the quality. We were watching this game here, and I rewatched the highlights before making this video. And I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm like, what exactly is Bayern about? What exactly are these guys about? 5 goals in gear 1. They didn't need a second gear. They didn't need a third gear. I think in the real manual car driving and all thing, they were in gear what? 4, 5. They didn't get in gear 3, 2, and 1 to win that game 5-0. For me, guys, I don't know. They're struggling at home in the German Bundesliga. Definitely, they'll get things right. They don't have any competition in the German Bundesliga. So their thoughts, you can see a team that is mostly focusing on the UEFA Champions League. And I don't really blame Angel Nagelsmann for having those little moments of cramping in the German Bundesliga. They're gonna win it. Whether they collect 30 points, whether they get 40 points, they will win. They will win it, because no club achieves more points than Bayern in the German Bundesliga. So for me, they have to think about this. They have very, very good metrics. 10 free kicks in this game, 3 corners in the game. 20 times they had throw-ins in their favor. Like I said, 13 shots on goal, 6 shots off target. I've looked at a side that makes you want to support football. That is one of the reasons as to why I watch these games. I want to see that kind of brilliance. The likes of Musiala, the likes of Sane, Serge Gnabry, Mane, making football so easy. And that is what Bayern are all about. They make football so easy. They look very, very good. So anyone who's going to play them in the round of 16, I'm warning you, you're playing title challenges, real title challenges. I'm writing, if I'm to start writing contenders for the UCL this campaign, I'm going with Bayern, number 1. Number 2 could be Madrid, and a couple of other clubs could follow. But for me, Bayern and number 1. They have no excuse. Defensively, they look very, very solid. Upamecano and Matthias de Ligt look very good. They have Benjamin Pavard as well. You have the likes of Alphonso Davies playing on that left-hand side of the defense. Very, very good as a player as well. So for me, guys, one thing I'll say with Bayern is, I repeat this, if they get to the semi-finals, they win it. They definitely win it. We'll react to Barcelona, Inter Milan. We'll react to Liverpool, Rangers, and a couple of other games coming up. But be wary of Bayern. Be scared of Bayern. Make sure whenever you are talking about the UCL this campaign, Bayern is a team that you are giving maximum priority. They have numbers in each and every position, so it doesn't really matter whether they pick up an injury or not. They are still well covered. They have almost 1 or 2 players in every department. I think apart from Manuel Neuer, I don't think they have a goalkeeper with that quality. And we saw it when Neuer picked up an injury. There was a massive decline in quality. But apart from that department, I think they're really, really well covered, well managed, well coached as well. So can Angel Nagelsmann do the unthinkable? Win the UCL over the likes of Madrid? For me, he can. Definitely can. And this season, watch Bayern out. See you soon.